It seems the tables have turned.
Teenage savages go wild in a juvenile jungle of lust and lawlessness.
It seems the tables have turned again.
If Elvis and Buddy Holly are the Cain and Abel of rock and roll, and Bruce Springsteen is Zachariah, Iggy Pop is Methuselah, and of course Neil Young is the wise prophet Ezekiel.
Hey, Scott! I'm on drugs!
I've had my head under a petticoat or two.
Quick, man! Cling tenaciously to my buttocks!
Both of them?
Damn truckers.
Oh, it ain't always easy doing Mother Nature's work.
They see us on stage with tight trousers. We've got, armadillos in our trousers. I mean, it's really quite frightening, the size.
In the words of AC/DC, we roll tonight to the guitar bite. And for those about to rock, I salute you.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 7 of the Turning the Tables podcast.
Yes, welcome.
I'm Tom Zielinski, and with me as always...
Josh Bate again.
All right, well, we got another Josh pick this week. What do you got for us, man?
We got Screaming Females, Rose Mountain this week.
Fucking awesome album, man.
One of the better punk albums I've heard in a long time,
yeah,
to
dude.
be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm pumped to do this one because this is a fucking awesome album.
I feel like I don't listen to this album enough either.
Me neither.
I did when I first got it. And,
I'm actually glad about that because it's like sometimes when a new album comes out, I listen to it so much that I pound it into my brain and don't even like it after a month. Yeah. But it's like every so often I pull out this one and I'm still like, dude, this is still fucking the shit, man. Mm-hmm. All right, so don't forget, turningthetablespod@gmail.com.
I checked the email recently and we've got nothing, man.
You know what I did notice is the last episode we posted did get 1 thumbs down on YouTube.
Really?
And I'm fucking proud of that.
Dude, that's awesome.
Dude, we're somebody now.
Who do you think it was? Do you think it was
someone who was probably trying to listen to, the
vegan podcast that always shows up in
There's a vegan podcast on YouTube that one of the episodes is called Turning the Tables, and we're almost neck and neck with views with them right now. So I have to tell you guys, if you get a chance, go to that vegan podcast, and I want you to thumbs down that fucking cunt. I don't want her beating us at this. And now that we had a wholesome intro to this podcast, I say we drop the needle. How do you feel about that, pal?
Yeah, let's do that, man.
Here we go.
So we live in some strange times right now, man.
Yeah.
It seems like every week, you go on the internet and somebody's dying right in front of you.
The internet is kind of terrifying to be on.
It is a dark place. It's a place where it's a completely uncensored place.
Yeah,
which is a first in history. There wasn't a place you could go and see all kinds of things you never wanted to see.
You think they'll eventually censor it, dread censor it? I mean, they already kind of. There's been a couple times where it's like.
I can see it happening, but I don't see it happening anytime in the near future.
It's like the best you have now is throwing like bread.
Not in the U.S. at least.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of places where you only see a small portion of the internet.
I mean, you could put parental locks on, but I mean, how do you make sure you safeguard against everything? Like, not just your kid watching porn, but like your kid seeing a guy get splattered by a truck.
And that's unless you want to shun your kid from. But that's the world we live in, I mean. It's a question,
the internet
it's a question you have to ask yourself. It's, do you want to make yourself aware of these things? Well, because I was reading, there's a big debate on because when the woman in Virginia and her cameraman got shot on live TV, that was instantly all over the internet.
Yeah,
you couldn't turn anywhere without seeing that video. It was popping up in people's Facebook feeds, and the question you kind of have to ask is. Do we want to allow ourselves to watch this stuff? Because I think, personally, if you force yourself to watch this stuff, it's the only way any meaningful change is.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, it's fucked up now because it's like, it's almost the same thing as like a celebrity sex tape coming out when someone gets fucking brutally murdered and it got caught on tape,
Yeah.
It's fucked up. It's like, you hear about it, it's like, everyone's gonna fucking watch it. Just like, if Kim Kardashian was spreading her anal hole in front of a camera, you'd see that just as easily as you'd see like some senator blow his fucking nose off in front of a camera or something, like
it's unfortunate but these things do happen.
Yeah,
they're happening more and more.
That's the thing. It's like
more.
now it's almost like it's just kind of has to be a part of life. It's like a tool now. Like when your kid starts getting old enough to browse the internet, you're like, well, just discover what's out there, buddy.
I think a lot of parents right now they really don't know what's really on the internet.
It's true.
You know what I mean? I think
It's
we're at
we might be the first generation of parents who are like, ooh, dude, better be careful about our kid going on there. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like,
but you know, there are things you can do. You can have a specific browser on your computer where you know you can block Reddit, you can block anything you want.
Yeah, but I mean, there's always sites that you don't.
I don't think you should censor it. I think if you don't want your kids to see something, you know, either accept the fact that they're gonna see these things.
Yeah, and I guess it's like,
or be a responsible parent.
The absolute best you can do is just be like, well, here's the internet, buddy. Read it cover to cover. Try to retain a soul when you're done. You know, see if you can handle it.
But, you know, there are tools out there. You can block all these sites. You know, but you know, they're gonna go to school, especially if they have a cell phone, which every kid nowadays has a cell phone.
You know, there also might be
block everything.
There might be a kid who has the good sense to be like, I don't want to see a guy die.
But you know, what were we doing when we were that age? You
Watching
know,
guys die.
Exactly. Well, that was when the internet was first starting to get big, and you know,
like,
remember Rotten.com? Everyone's been to Rotten.com,
yeah.
whether
they like to admit it or not. You can see dudes dying and naked tits, and like it's like the Coliseum's coming back. It's like nothing censored at all. You get to see the most fucked up shit in life, and that's like that does appeal to us at our base humanity. I feel like I've not even seen that video of.
It's pretty terrible. It almost doesn't seem real. It's weird.
I think
it is real, but it's terrible.
I think you've ruined yourself, man. The internet's ruined you. You've desensitized yourself to violence, and
you're right. It to a point, it doesn't faze me. I know that it does happen. Things need to change. Do I think the internet needs to be censored?
No,
absolutely not.
Me neither. That's not the debate I'm trying to have anyway.
You need to quit letting every idiot.
It shouldn't be. But the thing,
who wants a gun, get a gun.
But I do think, man, it's like you probably watch like a good 1,000 deaths a day. You probably do. You probably haven't even thought about it, but you probably watch just guys dying constantly, and you think to yourself, "Oh, it's not right." You're disconnected from it, so you're like, "Guy died. Ooh, drag." And then you go to the next one.
That's not true, man.
Dude,
I don't watch that many people die every day. Dude, I watch like if you go on Reddit, Had to Hurt.
Dude, I see,
and that's just people getting hurt.
Yeah, that's bad.
I don't find any enjoyment in watching.
I feel like I see several internet deaths a week, and they're always because you showed me.
That's.
I don't really see deaths.
I show you like the most like fucked up ones. Like a guy got ran over a bus and his whole body. Because it doesn't seem real to me. I know it's real. Yeah. I know that sounds terrible.
It still seems real to me. That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm like, oh, dude, a guy just watched a guy die. And I feel like shit for a second, then I'm like, I gotta carry this for the rest of my life. No, you should. We should. I should. I guess I should.
It's not like I do all this stuff because I find enjoyment in it, but I feel like I have a responsibility to make myself aware of what's going on in the world around me. Like, for example, I don't know if any of you out there heard this, but 100 people just washed up on the shore of Italy, refugees. At the same time this week in Austria, they found a truck pulled over on the side of the highway with 70 dead people in it.
That's so fucked up. I did hear about it, but I didn't see any of the pictures or videos.
People are paying, giving their entire life savings to people only to get thrown in the back of a truck or get extorted somehow.
The whole world's still awful, you know. We can pretend it's not, but it's still a drag.
Yeah.
Dude, I haven't even seen that video of the shooting. I should watch it. Gauge my reaction here live in front of the world.
You want to pull it up? Pull it up. It might be gone from the internet now.
That's actually, if it is, that's okay. But if it's not, no, it's got to still be somewhere. You know what's crazy is that we watched that video way back when we were kids of that senator shooting himself at a press conference. That never got taken off the internet. That's always been there. Guy just blowing his own brains out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. Like, you'd think that they'd pull that and try to like have it so no one ever saw it. They don't. Yeah. So where did the news crew people get killed?
In Virginia.
Virginia?
I think Roanoke.
Was it like some disgruntled coworker or something?
Yeah, it was. And the sad thing is you know, he was basically just a dick, and like he made a lot of people around the office uncomfortable. He would basically from what I've read, he would always like look for a reason to say somebody's racist around the office. And you know, his work finally had enough. They said, "Listen, get some help, or you're fired."
Was he like a white
because
guy
a lot of workplaces do have those places where you can go.
What race was the guy, the shooter?
He was a black guy.
He was a black guy? Oh, okay. I didn't know anything about
this. He was a disgruntled guy.
I just know that 2 people got shot.
He was obviously
sick.
Is
the video still there?
It's here you find it, man.
I don't even know what their names are, really.
Just type in Virginia shooting. You know.
So that's really... Looks like that is what you did type in. I don't know.
But yeah, he was a disgruntled co-worker, and they ordered him to get some help. I guess he did. I don't know how long he went to it, but he did end up getting fired, and he was just pissed.
I think I found it here. Let's see. Complete video. There's a warning on it, graphic.
I don't know if you might want to turn the volume down. I don't know if you listeners out there really want to hear this.
I'll turn it down. Oh shit. Sorry. Censor this for you? Yeah. Is this it?
This is his video. This is a video that he made.
He made a video of it?
I didn't see this one.
He made a video of it?
Yeah, he made a video of it too. I just saw the one from the camera guys.
What the fuck? So he's filming this right now?
Yeah.
It's first person shooter? Holy fuck. He's pointing.
I didn't see this one, man. I don't know if I want to watch this.
Well, shield yourself. I know I just said all that shit about you watching shit, but now it's on. I'm going into it. Dude, what the hell happened? You just pointed a gun at her head and then stopped like she didn't notice. Is that what just happened?
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Holy fuck.
Oh my god. See, that's way worse than the camera guy's one, because you don't see it, you hear it, but that was absolutely terrible.
Yeah, dude, holy fuck, that's the worst thing I've ever seen.
I watched the one that they actually aired live.
So there's 2 videos. This guy was filming it while he did this,
well,
but also
this was live. They were doing a live
broadcast, and he came up and shot her. Holy fuck, man, that's.
I do still have humanity, because that was absolutely terrible.
Yeah, that was fucking shocking, dude. We shouldn't watch that. This is just. I feel like that turned my whole day into it.
But it happens. You know, that shit happens. Some guy can go fucking do that now.
Yeah. Dude, you know. All right, I'm gonna lighten things up. The internet is full of shocking fucking videos, and I saw one the other day that happened to be a porn clip. So we'll watch that together, and I'll have you try to diagnose what we're looking at here. Because I saw something, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Here, I'm gonna give you a little explanation of what the video is.
Bring it on, man.
First of all, I went to the site Shoosh Time. Have you ever been there?
Never heard of it.
I found it. It's basically kind of like the Reddit of porn or something. It's not like the Reddit of porn.
I don't know. Reddit's got plenty.
Yeah,
of
it's
porn
not the
on it.
Reddit of porn. That's the bad way to say it. It's kind of like it's sort of like a YouTube of porn, but it's like a thing where it's like people go up and post a thing. Like, look, I found this. So it's like it's all porn.
Oh, I get it. It's a collection of crazy porn videos people find from around the internet.
Basically, and it's like, look at this, and then eventually, like, so it's all porn, and then every so often there'll be a fight video. It's like porn, two dads fighting.
That sounds like sounds like something I can get behind.
Yeah, it's good to just look at too, not even for porn purposes. But I'm gonna pull it up here because the other day I was watching one. I gotta find it again. It's probably buried in the archives now, but it's like. Basically, the video is like an amateur shot video, and it's just some chick blowing a dude, you know. But it's like something weird is going on with his dick. It looks like somehow strapped underneath his dick skin is one of those like candy-shaped hearts. You know what I mean?
Really?
Like
People get weird implants. Maybe it's like some kind of metal bionic implant or something like that.
Can you get those on your dick? You
can get implants, little sensors and shit put anywhere on you.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I don't know how to navigate this thing. But dude, I saw this video and I had never seen anything like that. I'm like, what am I really looking at here? What is this? And I mean, because that is really what it looks like. So it's like, it looks like, yeah, just like under his dick skin, embedded is a fucking Be Mine heart or something.
I saw a really fucked up thing on the internet. Some guy had put like his wedding ring around his cock, like to use as a cock ring.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, he got an erection, but like, you know, a fucking wedding ring doesn't expand, you know.
Here's a chick blowing a dude. Look at the thing on his dick.
He does have like a little candy heart.
What is that thing?
Skin.
What do you think that thing? What is it? Is that like?
I think it's just just an implant of some
weird
kind.
decoration of some kind that he got on his dick.
I think that's what it is.
What do you think it says? Like, "Be mine," or like?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That is weird.
It's funny because on this podcast right now we just watched a brutal murder and then a dirty porn video right in a row.
The world's, like I said in the beginning, the internet is. These are strange times that we're living in now.
Dude,
I don't think we can really. It's tough for us to handle seeing all that kind of stuff. How fucked up the world really is, because a lot of this stuff has always happened.
It really does.
But nobody had a video camera on them 24/7.
Oh, dude, look, in between. Let's see, I'm on Shoes Time still. We got a video here. In between a porn audition and some girl doing anal. In between those two videos is 8 funny fights I should have posted yesterday. Is what the video is called. And now we're gonna pull up fight videos at the same in the same site as porn. Okay. Oh shit!
That was more of like a
it was a bitch
like
slap.
An undercut.
Yeah. Look at this. This chick's just choking a dude out with her legs like she's like fucking Chun-Li from Street Fighter or something.
So we saw an undercut backhand, is what it was.
Yeah,
it was
and now
crazy.
it
knocked him off his feet.
This a black guy and a white guy on like a volleyball court. Oh, dude, he just wrecking the shit out of a guy.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, everyone's getting hit. Women, dudes. It's just a bad. Holy fuck. All right. Oh, now we're at. It's a black woman in a store shoving a cop. That's not a good idea.
Is that a cop?
Yeah. She's actually overpowering the cop. She's lifting the cop up like she's the juggernaut. Holy shit.
Dude. That's a bad thing to do. Don't.
Holy fuck. She's not wearing any pants at all either. She's got like a really short dress that's too small for her, so you can just see her asshole the whole time too. Dude.
Holy fight on the basketball court.
Dude, slamming that guy into dust.
What do you call that? Wrestling terms.
I have no idea. That's like some
a
John
power bomb
Cena
or
shit.
something like that. I don't know. It was as if Goro just took a guy and just slammed him onto the ground.
Look, what's this? Hooker wants her money back. That's what this is. Oh, she's just beating the shit out of a guy.
Good. Fuck that guy.
This is pretty. See, this is a great site. Just porn and fights, and they're not, they're not fatal videos. It's fun to just see two idiots fighting.
Right now, we're watching a prostitute beat the shit out of a guy.
Holding
right now,
his hand.
She's got him on the ground. And
she's holding both of his hands down with one hand and just punching him in the face relentlessly. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Oh, that guy's fucking. He's fucked up too. She's beating the shit out of him.
Dude, stand up for yourself, man.
Yeah, he's not doing shit.
And there's
an
announcer in the background.
It's funny because there's a news crew filming this, and there's a whole crowd of people in the background just watching this happen.
Well, she's not done.
No, every time he gets up, she just throws his ass back down again. All right, okay, that's enough of this dude. All right, let's get to the real reason why we're here. Let's talk a little bit about music, man.
So,
Screaming Female. Yeah, that's what we're listening to.
Breathing new life into the punk music scene, I feel like.
You think so?
I think so.
Dude, I think so too. I mean,
especially, there aren't a whole lot of strong female singers out there in the punk world. And it's really nice to see one just not only be a phenomenal singer, but fucking shred on the guitar.
Yeah. We'll get back into it at side 2. We watched too many fucked up videos during side 1. So we'll be back in a moment.
So yeah, Screaming Females.
Is it strange to admit that I do find the lead singer of this band attractive?
Yep, Marissa Paternoster.
And it's like,
I think that's how it's pronounced.
And she's, I wouldn't say she's classically attractive, man. She looks sort of like a young boy or something. But
I'll admit it.
Yeah, when you see her,
I think she's pretty.
When you see her like play, you're just like, fuck, she's sexy. You know, you can't help it.
Yeah.
She looks like a young Jewish kid.
She does.
But
you know what? She is one talented woman, man.
Yeah. I would give that young Jewish kid the gift of my dick on his bar mitzvah.
I mean, she's more of a man than I'll ever be.
Yeah, that's true too. She probably is better at the guitar than me too.
I think one thing that makes this album so good, one, it is their best produced album.
Yeah,
but it's well produced and it still has that garage punk feel.
How many albums do they have?
This is their sixth.
It's their sixth.
They've been around a while, but they've really just been in mostly the underground, like New Jersey, like East Coast scene, because that's where they're from, New Jersey. But this, I really hope that they get the recognition they deserve for this album.
Did you say?
Like I said, it's really well produced. Matt Bales.
Look at her going crazy there.
Yeah.
Got a microphone in her mouth like it's a cock.
The guy from Minus the Bear, the keyboardist. He also, he's also a producer. He does a lot of work with. He's done work with Pearl Jam, Soundgarden.
Is that
a lot of big bands? And you can really tell.
Is that the guy that produced this album?
Yeah.
Is that true? You were telling me he produced some Pearl Jam shit?
Yep, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden.
Which you can, that does
Paula Troy, Norma Jean. He's done all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, just the arrangement-wise, that does come through in this album. It's not like, I mean, this is like a punk album, so the music isn't the same, but the arrangement and the way the instruments are mixed, it really does come off like some of that stuff. Yeah, I'm just flipping through pictures of them.
Her voice just stands out more than any other female vocalist I've ever heard. It's really her own.
Yeah, she
does a lot of crazy shit with it too.
She does some crazy screaming and like she does some like yodeling and shit sometimes, which makes it like interesting, you know. All right.
Not only that, but she can fucking shred, man.
Yeah. I mean, for the kind of music they're playing, she's fucking doing some interesting guitar work too, which makes this band definitely cool to me.
3-piece band, my favorite dynamic.
Yeah, always my favorite. I think I really want to see them live. They still tour. I have some friends who've seen them and say they're fucking great, man. And I can believe it. It's probably a wild show.
Absolutely.
Fucking. I don't know. A lot of I feel like a lot of punk bands are coming back, man. Like a lot of bands are starting to realize like, oh yeah, this is sweet.
Well, it was big for a while, and then it did go kind of underground more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and then I think we're definitely seeing a resurgence in punk music, especially since people are buying vinyl now more than ever, and
yeah, we're starting to. It's like we're getting a lot of people are just making rock and roll music underground again, kind of, and
just producing it themselves.
Yeah, and it's sort of like, and you're getting bands that are cool again that have elements of all the cool shit from the past, like. Grunge and punk music, and then just straight rock and roll type music, and it's pretty sweet. I mean, because I get worried now because I'm like, oh, all the music's like gay EDM stuff that like aliens would listen to. Like if they came to the planet, it'd be like, why don't we vacation here? The music's awesome,
Yeah,
like some like gelatinous slug being comes down here, and we're just playing like war. And he's like,
see, I can only get into that stuff when I'm really fucked up. Like, I can't listen to that on my way to work.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's wake up and fucking put it on and have a cup of coffee. Dude, no, I still think, even if I'm super fucked up on, you could give me probably the craziest drugs and that'd be playing and I'd probably be into it, but then I'd be like, I'd still rather be hearing something else.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that some of that's a motivation behind some bands coming out now is because someone's got to make good music, man.
Yeah.
Someone has to do it.
I think they seen the future where everybody just listens to Katy Perry, and they had a realization,
But no,
a moment
dude,
of clarity, and they're like,
No one listens to Katy Perry now.
everybody listens to Katy Perry now.
Do they?
Yeah.
But do they?
Nobody that you know, but trust me, dude.
Is she? When the last time she had a fucking song? Well, I mean, I guess I wouldn't know, because I don't even
Yeah,
listen
how
to
often
radio.
do you listen to radio? How
Never.
often do you watch MTV?
Never. Which does also piss me off. That's what MTV used to be. It's just constant music
MTV
videos.
is shit now.
Yeah.
It always was kind of shitty, but you liked it because it was shitty.
I love Teen Mom. You're insulting me right now by even saying that. You know what's good? Girl Code.
I've never even heard of that.
I don't know.
Or how about Teen Wolf? Didn't they do
why
that
did they
show
do
on
that?
MTV?
Fucking stupid.
They
The
tried
old
doing
Teen
a
Wolf is
Spider-Man
awesome.
show. It
The
was
old
fucking
Teen Wolf is
terrible.
awesome, dude. The Michael J. Fox Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
What? Dude, I love I have like a soft spot for shitty '80s movies like that.
Yeah.
I like watching them.
You know what? Everybody's gonna hate me for saying this. You know what? '80s movie everybody loves, but I've never liked. The Breakfast Club.
Oh, The Breakfast Club's awesome, man.
It's not that good,
Yeah,
man.
it is. It's pretty good. And it has a badass soundtrack.
It's got a good soundtrack, sure, but I just think the underlying tones of the movie aren't good ones. I don't think the message they were trying to convey is conveyed.
What, man? I don't think
That
they're
what a bunch of people from different cliques can come together and be friends in secret. You know,
I don't know. That's
of course, you know the jock. It's the ugly girl. The fucking.
That's like every
like-
80s movie, man. That's like the secret behind every 80s movie. Like, you know, Revenge of the Nerds.
I just don't think it was.
Fucking, you know, even Teen Wolf, it's like he's a nerdy kid and now he's a wolf and he's in with cool dudes. And like, did you ever see the fucking Can't Buy Me Love?
No,
It's like this kid, he just fucking, he's like a nerdy kid and then he somehow, like, I forget, it's like this girl spills some, like the popular girl, like wears her mom's dress to a party and like spills some wine on it. And she has to buy the new dress and it's $1,000 and she doesn't have it. So that kid had saved up $1,000, the nerdy kid. So he buys her the dress and in exchange for her to like pretend to date him for like a week, and it makes him super popular. And he like she just dresses him different. No one realizes that he was the nerdy guy the whole time. And like it's like, and then afterwards they like at the end they realize like hey, he's nerdy. It's like Ronnie Miller, like it's a Ronnie Miller scam. He tricked us into it.
The thing that pissed me off about the Breakfast Club, though, is what is it, Emilio Estevez's character that finally ends up getting with Molly Ringwald? Who is it?
Judd Nelson, man.
Judd Nelson, yeah. But like, he's a dick to her the entire fucking movie.
Yeah, dude, it's an 80s
You know, and they're
movie.
like,
It goes like that, man. That's the formula. I'm not saying 80s movies are great.
But it's like he's a
they're
total.
great because
Everybody's a total piece of shit to each other
I don't know,
until the
it's
end,
like-
and you're supposed to feel
it's
warm
like
and fuzzy inside.
No, it's like that. Well, basically, they smoke weed together and all have a moment together. That's like all that happens in the movie. They fucking they smoke weed and then they all sit down and have like a heartfelt like moment.
When does that happen?
I'm just saying, it's an 80s movie, man. They're good because they're bad, you know?
That one in particular just didn't appeal to me. Even as a kid.
Breakfast Club's a classic, man.
I know everybody says that.
Have you ever seen Say Anything with John Cusack? He's like, where he holds that boom box up. That's
Yeah, I have seen that one.
That's Cameron Crowe, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we just watched Vanilla Sky, which is, that movie trips you out. Like,
It is a good movie. I hate Tom Cruise, and I hate to admit to like a movie with Tom Cruise starring
Well, the
in
thing
it,
that-
but it is a good movie.
The problem with Tom Cruise is he's a great actor, but you're afraid to admit it because he's such a psycho in real life.
Yeah, pretty much.
That'd be weird, though, to just have your face just mangled into an unrecognizable form, and then you're like half awake, half asleep the whole movie, like, what's a dream? What's real? What's happening?
Yeah.
And the whole time it's just playing like Cameron Crowe music, like Radiohead and shit. REM and stuff. No, but actually when we Say Anything's pretty awesome, simply because of the soundtrack. Like there's the Clash on it, and like you know, like it was like an 80s movie that had music like a little bit ahead of its time. Like the main music in the movie was like sort of underground then. Like the Replacements are in that. They have a song in that movie and shit. And it's like that's like Cameron Crowe. That's his trick to making a good movie, man. It's like his soundtrack is like what's good. The movies would suck without the good soundtracks, I feel like.
Yeah. Although Almost Famous, that was a good movie too.
Well, yeah, but it also did have a sweet soundtrack. But I mean, the whole movie was about music. So
I like Mark Maron's part in that movie. Just, what is
It's like
he,
an
the angry bouncer?
Yeah, like
or the angry
tour
manager. Yeah,
guy
something like
or
that.
whatever. Lock the gates. That's all he says in the whole fucking movie. It's like, fuck you, man. Lock the fucking gate. It's funny because I didn't even know who Mark Maron was at that point. Now that's like an iconic role for him because he just happened to be in that movie. Like the movie Singles. Have you ever seen that? It's like sort of like a. It's like one of those movies where everyone talks to the camera about their relationships, basically. But they're all just like grungy 90s looking people, and it's like a bunch of Pearl Jam music. It's called Singles. Another Cameron Crowe movie. Like it's like all his movies are kind of like I don't know. You can sort of tell they're his movies, you know.
He's got his own style, you know.
Yeah, that she does do some interesting shit, man. Like, I just like it's not like she's crazy at guitar, but she does do stuff that is like she has her own style, and that's what makes like a lot of bands cool, you know. Especially like punk rock bands. To me, it's like that's why it's like the thing we were saying about like 3-piece bands. Like everybody sort of has to like pull their own weight and be interesting in their own way. That's what makes it good.
She's got such good range too.
I think I mentioned this. I'm not afraid to tell the story that we tried to do this podcast to this album one other time. We tried to do it fucking shit-faced drunk, and it turned out
we can do this under other mind-altering substances. Why can't we do this drunk?
Yeah, and we tried to do it, and it's like it just turned out sounding like shit. We had to scrap the whole thing. I don't even know what happened.
I don't know what we talked about or anything.
We probably had like a Breakfast Club moment, man. Like, I was probably weeping. Like I taped Larry Lester's buns together. I'm ashamed of it now, but I did it. My old man's always like, weird.
I feel like that's more than likely that happened.
No, but I will. I'm gonna pose the question. It's like I'm a little bit worried that I have some accidental racism sometimes going on with me. Not on purpose, you know, it's nothing that bad. But like, I'm gonna give you a hypothetical situation. Like, let's just say hypothetically, there's a guy. Not me, a friend of mine. And there's a guy, and let's say he's like stoned out of his mind and a little bit paranoid, and he's just ordered a Jimmy John's sub. And he's sitting there thinking, oh man, the delivery person's gonna be here any minute. Try to keep it together, you know? Don't go out there, don't let him know you're so stoned. And then he gets there, and he's like, I'm outside the apartment. And you're like, fuck. Alright, here we go. Pull it together, look in the mirror, fucking spray on some cologne, use some mouthwash, like, alright, I'm gonna go out there. And then you go out there to pay the guy, and it's it's a black guy with sleepy eyes and dreadlocks, and you're just like, oh, thank God. Is that racist, or is it just?
No, I have a friend of mine too. Yeah, I think would totally agree with your friend.
Yeah, they should get together. Probably be pals. No, you know, I don't think it's racist because it wasn't that he was black after that. It was that he had sleepy red eyes. I could tell, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, phew, we're on the same level, man. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad I'm not a monster.
You know, I constantly find myself thinking about just randomly walking, sitting around at work, just what kind of superpowers I would have.
Oh, dude.
And I'm constantly cycling superpowers. Like, what would be the best? What would be the best combination of superpowers?
Yeah, I can never settle on one.
How you got your superpowers, shit like that.
What do you think? What would you have if you could have any superpower that was up to you?
Honestly, this is probably going to say a lot about me, but mind control.
Mind control?
Yeah.
Like Professor X type mind control?
Professor X. So,
like you can control
not telekinetic, but yeah, you can control
their will, like what
exactly.
they do. That'd be good.
Because if you had that superpower, you wouldn't even need other ones, because you'd be on top, man.
Oh, dude, I'd be a horrible human being if I had that power.
Oh, of course you would, but, you know, it's dog-eat-dog world out there, man.
You know who should definitely not have that power? Bill Cosby.
What if he probably already does, man?
Yeah.
Maybe he got like shot with some chemical. He lost his powers, and now everyone's coming out and saying he raped me.
It'd be worse if he was if it was like Magneto and Bill Cosby was Professor X. He's like, "What are you doing up here, Charles? Snooping around?" He's like, "Property, trying to Jello."
Oh, I was thinking about your mother's tits.
Yeah. No, dude, that's what I would do. The power, like, use the power of to like, if I was Professor X and I wanted to fuck Magneto over, like, or no, if I was Magneto and I wanted to fuck Professor X over, he's like reading Magneto's mind. He's like, "What are you doing up here, Charles?" And then just Professor X is like, "Ah!" And he falls out of his chair. And Wolverine rushes over, like, "What's wrong, Professor?" He's like, "He was thinking of my mom's tits."
That's what I'm saying. There are endless cool things you could do with that power.
That would be cool. But it's like,
you could bend people's will just to get on top.
I don't want to like be lame about it, but I really just want to fly.
Dude, that is lame.
I mean, come on though, dude. Fucking flight.
It'd be awesome, but you know,
it's like we talked about this before. The way to do it would be to have teleportation as your power.
That's what I'm saying.
Like then you sort of are flying. You can just teleport into the sky and then
I was
teleport
thinking about that the other day.
A few feet in front of you, and then it's like. But then you could also just teleport anywhere in the world. You can teleport into bank vaults and steal sacks of cash.
Yeah. Dude, they're fine. That's the best you can come up with, man.
No, I'm just saying that's like. I mean, I would probably go.
I think Magneto's power would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
To like control metal and shit.
Yeah. It would be cool to have the other kind of like telekinetic power where you can just move shit around with your mind. It doesn't have to be metal, just any shit. You know.
I think mind control's a little bit better.
Yeah, it definitely is. I think it'd be dangerous if we started getting those powers. Like I hate to go back to it, but
it would be absolute. Man can dream, can he?
Yeah, but it's like
it'd be terrible.
Yeah,
nobody should have that power.
Yeah, well, see if Cosby did get the power, he could deflect those interviews a lot better. Like, just make the guy talk about something else. The interview's like, "So Bill Cosby, how about this raid?" And he's like goes into the guy's mind, and the guy's like, "I mean, Jello pudding pops. Why'd they stop making those?" And he's like, "See the thing about the Jello."
Yeah, he'd probably also use it to raise women.
This album has a fucking strong finish too. It's fucking soloing shit. It's pretty cool. She does kind of fucking shred for
She does. That's it, guys.
Thank you, Kansas City. Good night.
35 minutes. That was a short one for you guys, but
yeah, you made it through.
Good one. You made it through, and I'm proud of you.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out, man.
See you next time.